to Mr. James Cameron, who held that title for a long time. If you adjust for inflation, he still holds the title. And he'll probably get the title again as soon as he puts out another movie. But for right now, today in Hall H, thanks to you, Avengers Endgame's the biggest film of all time. Thank you, truly. All right, team, thanks very much. Watch your step. If you see them out and about, be careful, be gentle with them. It's very precious folks here. Now, now I could spend 90 minutes talking about what we've done. Please don't. Or I could spend some time talking about what we're about to do. Phase 4 of the MCU, and we're going to take you through all the projects we're working on from 2020 to 2021. Show everybody your shirt.
It says I had friends on that Death Star.
Oh. Did you buy that here, or did you already have that? Oh, nice. Chloe, really quick question. What drew you to the film?
I just really wanted to make a Marvel movie for so long because I've been a fan of MCU for a decade, and when I watch their movies, I see how much this team loves their fans and loves their characters. So I said I want to make a Marvel movie. And also for this film, for the Eternals, it's about these group of incredible immortals, but through their journey, we really get to explore what it means to be human and humanity in our time on this planet. So we can't wait to share the film with you.
Do you guys have any interest in meeting some of the Eternals? All right, ladies and gentlemen, as Icarus, Richard Madden. As Makari, Lauren Ridloff. As Bastos, Brian Tyree Henry. I'm going to bring out the leader of the Eternals playing Ajax, Salma Hayek. Let me introduce, playing Sprite, Leah McHugh. And as Big Bad Gilgamesh, Don Lee.
Just take yours, give me the rest, please. One per person.
And finally, unbelievably, playing Thena, Angelina Jolie.
Plays within that?
The Eternals are a race of immortal aliens. sent to Earth by the Celestials to protect humankind from the Deviants. And I play Icarus, who is the sexiest of the most powerful.
Okay, all right, calm down.
Lauren, what does it mean to you to portray the first deaf hero in the MCU?
I have to say, well, I do have a son, and he asked me, after he read Greek mythology, he was reading through that, and he's like, what does honor mean? This is what honor means. I'm so honored to be here.
Kumail, first question, when are we gonna hang out, dude?
I've got something on my plate right now.
Yeah. You are no stranger to San Diego Comic-Con, but what's it like being up here on stage at Hall H?
I'll say I've been to Comic-Con 8 times, and this is the first time I've been able to get into Hall H. So I don't know how you did it, but I had to take a different approach. And I actually brought a mask to walk the floor, so if you see a Hellboy with Pakistani hands walking around, trying to buy the He-Man Comic-Con exclusive, don't blow up my spot. It's amazing. I am very emotional. Woo!
One more, slightly more serious question for you. Going into this, having been both a stand-up comic and a dramatic actor, how are you going to use those skills to approach this particular role?
Well, I was thinking about this. It used to be, movies like Casablanca would have sort of everything. They would have action, drama, thriller, romance, comedy. They'd have everything. And then movies sort of became like they had to be little genres. It was like, what is this? Is this a comedy? Is this a drama? Is this a thriller? And I feel like Marvel movies are a throwback to those old school Hollywood movies because they have everything. They have action, drama, romance, comedy. They have everything. So I'm just excited to be able to do all of that.
Yeah, that is an excellent point. Brian Tyree Henry, your character Fastos is known for his intelligence. So how does it feel to join a historic lineup of Marvel geniuses?
I can't even put into words how amazing this is right now for me to be standing up here. I mean, as far as the geniuses go, the geniuses in Marvel are usually the ones with the biggest hearts, and they move from their heart, and I feel like Fastus does the same thing. And I just want to bring, a whole new flavor to Fastus and make sure that, us and all the Eternals are represented in the best way, to save mankind. So that is why I am here.
The leader of the group, so how does it feel to portray such a strong female superhero in the MCU?
It feels great! I take my inspiration from our leader, Chloe, who's also a strong woman, and it takes a strong woman to do a movie like this because it's so big and amazing, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. And the way she approaches leadership as a woman, as a strong woman, is that she sees them as a family. So there's a lot of mother instincts in this Eternal, who is not supposed to have kids. And this is very exciting, and I feel very honored to be a part of a movie that is going to allow people who never felt represented in superheroes, or in this case, Eternals, represented, because I am proud to have a diverse family.
Great answer. Angelina, seeing that you've done a lot of action films in the past, with this film coming from a different angle, is your approach to this film going to be any different?
Oh, I'm gonna... excited to be here. I'm gonna work 10 times harder because I think what it means to be a part of the MCU, what it means to be an Eternal, to be a part of this family. I know what we all need to do. We have all read the script. We all know what the task ahead is, and we know what you deserve. So we are all going to be working very, very hard. So I am in training. I'm thrilled. Thank you so much.
How does it feel to be the youngest person to portray one of the oldest MCU characters?
Does it feel real? It's so weird
because I grew up watching Marvel movies with my whole family. I have 4 siblings, and it's just crazy.
Oh my God, you almost made me cry a little bit. I'm like, oh, your parents must be so proud of you. John, how do you feel about jumping into the hugely beloved world of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Very excited and so honored to be here. I love this project, and then I can't wait to show you the power of Gilgamesh. Yes.
So that being said, who would win in a fight, Gilgamesh or the Hulk?
Mark Ruffalo here? No, I would say Gilgamesh.
Nice. I know that you guys all have to get back to London to continue working, so I'll let you go. Everybody, big round of applause. Thank you guys so much for joining us here at San Diego Comic-Con. Thank you.
The Eternals! That's pretty exciting. That could be the end of the show right there. Now that I think about it. No? All right. Let's see what's coming up in fall 2020. Disney's new streaming platform, Disney Plus. This Disney Plus, let me tell you something, is giving Marvel Studios an opportunity to tell so many more stories that we haven't been able to tell before. Most specifically, what's going on with the Falcon and Winter Soldier post-Endgame. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan.
You take it, hold it. That's enough. Let me get it back. No, all right, sorry. Hey, be careful. You want to do a little
I was not expecting vibranium to be that heavy.
You can talk together. What'd you say?
I said I wasn't expecting vibranium to be that heavy. That shield is legit.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
Yeah, I am very impressed. You guys both have kind of
See what kind of show this gonna be. Sorry,
like
stop.
having a kid and only picking him up with one arm all the time, so one arm is totally discombobulated with the other.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. Okay, great, tight. All right, so I got a question actually to both of you, so whoever wants to hit this one first, go ahead. Now that you guys really get to dive into the dynamic of these two characters, what are you two excited to explore?
I'd like to explore the Falcon as a character. What kind of man is this man? We'll find out. We know he's got thighs. So let's see if there's anything else.
Well, with the Winter Soldier, I want to see what really makes him tick. What ticks them all? How much ticking can that clock do before that tick go tock and that tock go boom?
I was wondering where we were heading for that, and I was like,
I came all the way around. See what I mean?
all the way back. Do you guys have as much fun on set as you so obviously seem to have offset?
Oh, definitely not. See how it is? It's going to be a long 6 months for some of us.
Nah, we have a lot of fun on set. I mean, look, we're living our dream. Every one of us asked, dreamed, and prayed to be in a Marvel movie. We have the job that anyone else would kill to have. So why would you mess that up by not respecting and appreciating the opportunity that you're given? So when we go to work, we have a really good time.
That's both good life advice and good career advice.
Oh yeah. Don't mess it up.
Solid. Kevin, is there anything else that you can share with us since it is Hall H and San
Well,
Diego
sure, I can tell you a little bit more about the show if you want. It's
You guys scared
That
at all?
doesn't work anymore.
Are you guys nervous at all going up against him?
No.
We've got this.
Beat you once, we can beat you twice.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Anthony and Sebastian. It's been great having you back here at Hall H.
Thank you, guys.
Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan.
So the first film that we will be releasing in 2021 on February 12th is this. For The Ten Rings has been in the MCU since the very beginning. Those sons of bitches that Obadiah Stane hired. They helped out Whiplash a little bit in Iron Man 2. There was an imposter that played the Mandarin in Iron Man 3. You remember that, but you didn't see that in Ant-Man, the Ten Rings logo there. And in an awesome short we did called All Hail the King, we revealed there is a real Mandarin, and he was quite upset with the shenanigans that they pulled in Iron Man 3. Well, the Mandarin is in this film. And I will tell you right now that the amazing Chinese actor Tony Leung is playing the Mandarin. Also joining the cast of this film is the incredible Awkwafina. And now I want you to meet the director of Shang-Chi, Destin Cretton.
Hi, everybody. So many of you out there. That's crazy.
Dustin, thanks for joining us on stage. First of all, love the cast. Love the cast.
I do too.
How does it feel to be at the helm of this movie?
It's scary. I grew up in I grew up on an island in the middle of the Pacific called Maui. And that's cool. In a small town called Haiku that had about the population of this room. So standing on this stage is really terrifying for me. But what's really cool is I grew up with friends who were Japanese, Chinese, Caucasian, Filipino, Portuguese, Korean. That's the norm in Hawaii, and it's so exciting to see Kevin and this amazing team begin to create an MCU that reflects all the beautiful colors that I see in this room. So to be a small part in that is really special to me.
Awesome. Well, I don't want to torture you by keeping you up here too long, but really quick question. Some of those Easter eggs really surprised me. I didn't even notice half of them, so I'm kind of shocked. Are you excited to dive into the mythology of the Ten Rings and letting audiences into something that you guys have been seeding since Iron Man?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess I couldn't say what kind of plans do you have, because then that gives away the whole enchilada, so never mind.
I mean, it's amazing stepping into this and just seeing how incredible things have been thought out from the very beginning. This mind is pretty amazing.
So speaking about cast, do you guys have anything you want to share?
Yeah, maybe. We've been, it's been a really in-depth search to try to find somebody who will capture this character with all the dimensions that he deserves. And it's going pretty well. We found him.
Do you want to?
You guys want to meet him? It is a huge honor for me to introduce you to the incredible Simu Liu.
Wow. 我自我介绍一下好不好？我的名字是刘思慕，我是哈尔滨出生的，多伦多长大的。今天我非常感谢漫威给了我这个机会扮演上旗。Did you guys get that, by the way? Not a damn thing. Okay, that's cool.
If I ask this question and you've already answered it, I'm sorry. But when did you find out that you would be Shang-Chi? And how do you think becoming that part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to change your life? Because it most certainly will.
Okay, so here's where I have a bone to pick with Kevin, because I feel like I was like kind of this social experiment of like, let's just take this guy, the ordinary guy living in Toronto, let's tell him that he's gonna be in the next Marvel movie and give him like 4 days to prep for it. So literally, guys, I was cast on Tuesday. I screen tested on Sunday in New York, and this is just the craziest dream. Beautiful faces. I can't describe how I feel right now.
Have you ever been to San Diego Comic-Con before or knew anything about it before you got here?
This is my first time. Why? Is this a difficult hall to get into, or something like that?
What's your first impression now that you're here? Because it's a pretty intense con.
It is pretty intense. You know, I'm looking out and all your beautiful faces. Actually, sorry, if I could answer your last question, because you asked me how it would change my life, and obviously it's the fulfillment of my dream, but I can't help but think about my parents. My parents immigrated from China to Canada 25 years ago with nothing except the hopes and dreams to build a family and to build a life for their kids, and all I've ever wanted to do growing up was to make them proud. And so basically what I'm trying to say is I'm really happy that I'm not a doctor, and so take that, Mom and Dad. Comic-Con's great, this is the best crowd ever.
Are like killing me over here. Like, I can't handle it. Simu, congratulations on getting the role of Shang-Chi.
Thank you.
And thank you both so much for joining us on stage. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Both those guys are incredible. I can't wait for you to see what they can do. You want to see what we're doing in spring 2021? Another mega event series we're doing on Disney Plus. If you thought that logo was strange, wait until you see this show. It's unlike anything we've done before. How about you meet Wanda Maximoff, Lizzie Olsen, and the Vision, Paul Bettany.
To explore Wanda's character in more depth now that you've got the Disney Plus show coming up.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna get weird, we're gonna go deep, we're gonna have lots of surprises, and we're gonna finally understand Wanda Maximoff as the Scarlet Witch.
Paul, if this takes place after the events of Endgame, and certain things have occurred since then what is going on with Vision?
I have no idea. Last thing I knew, I died in Infinity War, so I literally have never been this confused.
Died many times.
This many people in my whole life. But all I can tell you is every time we get to do this, the stories get richer and richer, and this is the richest it's been, and we're so excited to bring it to you all. So I hope you love it, because it's going to be surprising and weird.
Now, Kevin, I know, again, that you guys are pretty early on in this, but is there anything else you can share about the show?
Well, it does take place after Endgame. There are some other characters who you've met before in the MCU that will appear in it. One of them, as a matter of fact, you met earlier this year as a little girl in 1995. Played her wonderfully in Captain Marvel's little girl. On WandaVision, as an adult, meet your new Monica Rambeau, Tiana Paris.
correct? And I heard you braved the show floor wearing a mask. So how did that all go down?
It was hot. It was exciting. Feeling all of your energy. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. And to be, I'm shaking. Like, I am from Hopkins, South Carolina, and this is truly, hey, this is a dream to be a Marvel superhero and Monica Rambeau.
Absolutely. Just personal question. Did you buy anything on the show floor? Did you find anything cool? Because where should I go?
I just walked around. I was too overwhelmed, as y'all can tell. I'm very excited, but I just walked around and wanted to feel everyone's energy, and I am just so very excited. It's just surreal.
Fantastic.
I love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us here on stage at Hall H. Can't wait to catch WandaVision when it launches on Disney+. Everybody give it up for the cast of WandaVision.
I can't tell you how exciting and different and strange that show is going to be. Speaking of exciting, what we're working on also for spring 2021 needs no introduction, but we'll give him an introduction anyway. And I know what you're saying. Didn't I see Loki die in Infinity War? You did, but what else did you see in Endgame? Loki. This series will tell you what happened to Loki right after that. He goes to a number of places. I don't want to spoil them, but I will spoil the first place he went. He came to Hall H. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Hiddleston.
trains and automobiles situation getting here to Hall H all during your birthday?
No, I just did this.
Because Hall H is so important. I feel bad that you did
It was
that.
my birthday yesterday, and they very.
I think you all know where I'm going to go with this.
Yes.
And because it's non-licensed, we won't be sued. To you, happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, dear Benedict.
Louder. There's only one or two ways to go with that. There's the kind of like, oh no, you shouldn't stop.
Just gotta take the love. So Doctor Strange has obviously gone through a lot, and his actions lead to the success of defeating Thanos.
Yeah.
And he's developed so much as a sorcerer, but also as a man.
Yeah.
So what's next for him? Just easy softball questions.
I think, yeah, just some, home economics, some cooking, knitwear, and a kind of crazy line in horror. Look, I'm really excited to be at the dawn of this project, and I think it's vital to maintain the integrity of humor and stuff that we had in the first film, but with this twist of horror, which I think will really have people gripped.
Is that twist of horror gonna change any way that you approach him as a character at all, or?
He'll be facing unexpected things. I think he'll be in a position, rather like the audience, of not knowing what's coming at him. There was a lot of authority to his character, I thought, in the Avengers iterations and even in Thor as well. So we're going back to kind of trying to destroy him a bit, I think.
Fantastic. Kevin, again, being that it is Hall H, you know I'm gonna ask you, do you have anything else you can share?
Not much, obviously, early days, but when you have a strong sorcerer, it also helps when you have a strong witch. And the Scarlet Witch is appearing in this movie alongside her. Let's bring Lizzie Olsen back out. The events that you will see Wanda go through in the WandaVision epic series will be reflected and tied directly into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
So, Elizabeth, thanks for joining us back on stage. That being said, is there anything that you can tell us about how your Disney Plus show will play into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
I don't know if I could answer the how, but I think I'm really excited to be able to link one story on one medium and bring it into the features. We haven't done that yet, and I think that's super unique to MCU. And I think that might be the future, but I don't know anything. I really don't know anything.
It's all still a secret. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Scott, Benedict, and Elizabeth, everybody. Thank you for having all the info on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Goes. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is for summer 2021, and it's something that Marvel Studios has never had an opportunity to do before. Movies for 10 plus years, there are always ideas we have, always other things we want to try, and with this, all of those set in stone MCU scenes and experiences you've seen before, you'll see different versions of in this. Something incredibly exciting about it is that a huge majority of the actors from our movies are reprising their roles in very different forms in this animated series. And you may have heard an awesome voice narrate that piece. That awesome voice is the Watcher, played in this series by the amazing Jeffrey Wright.
To play the Watcher, and what are you going to be bringing to the role specifically for him?
How excited are you to be here? I think that's my answer. I think it's really exciting to be a part of the the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Of course, it's also for me a way to get my son to return my texts. Thinking about doing this Marvel thing. What? Kevin Feige says, remember to take out the garbage. Oh, okay, when now? So, no, I'm terribly excited to be a part of this. This is like modern myth making. You guys thrilled to this stuff. So I'm stoked to be here.
Is there anything that you can tell us about the role?
Well, the Watcher is a being, a non-earthly being who observes all things. He's watching over the multiverse and occasionally may or may not intervene with the doings of Earthlings. Other than that, he's off doing his own thing, so I can relate to that as well.
He's like the internet, he just sits back and makes comments.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's also, well, you know, today is the 50th anniversary of the lunar landing.
Yes. Yes.
So the Watcher first appears in '63, I think, Fantastic Four. He there you go. He turns up on the moon because although today's the 50th anniversary, you know, the Watcher had a crib there ages ago, you know? So that's who he is, and we'll see where we take it. We could take it anywhere.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to listening to you as the Watcher. Thank you so much for joining us here at San Diego Comic-Con.
Thank you.
Jeffrey, right. Wow. You know what we haven't done yet at all today? We haven't talked about any of the OG original Avengers.
The Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain, makes it all happen, right? How about Kevin? Give it up for Kevin, y'all. Come on, you made it all happen for all of us.
So Jeremy, thanks for joining us here in Hall H. What are you here to talk about?
Look, I can blow wind about a whole lot of things I can't talk about, but I think he might have put something together. Something?
Let's see it. He's coming to Disney Plus.
So, wait a second.
Yeah.
Was that Kate Bishop then?
Yeah, the better version of Hawkeye. Yeah, the best version of Hawkeye.
That's awesome. So I know things are still a little secret about the show. Is there anything that you can share with us?
No. Come on. This is what I'm trained to do. But what was exciting about it for me is essentially, they showed that to me, I think, a few days ago. I'm like, dude, this is so amazing. Because, you know, what I get to do in the show ultimately is shepherd an amazing character to be ultimately probably a better version of me. And the sentiment of what that is what I think the fiber of what Hawkeye is, at least what I think Hawkeye is a superhero without superpowers. And I get to teach someone else how to be a superhero without superpowers. And I think that's an amazing sentiment to share with people. Because that means everyone's a damn superhero, right? With fortitude, with strength, you're a dang superhero, and I think that's fantastic.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Also, you win Best Entrance of Hall H, for sure. Thank you for that. That was awesome. Definitely looking forward to more Hawkeye. Jeremy
Thank you so
Renner,
much.
everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Rock on, man. Have a good con. Thank you, guys.
Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye.
Rock out.
Bringing Kate Bishop into the MCU. And, by the way, we'll explore more of his time as Ronin in this series. So, it looks like there's one more little untitled there towards the end. The film we have, third film of 2021, is this. Give it up for Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson.
Is that the best
treatment.
Oh, hey, look at us.
Well, that's not.
Taika, what have you got for story with us? And are we going to see Korg and Meek again?
Sorry, can you... Oh, okay. I see where this question's going. Is there sort of like the ongoing relationship between Thor and Korg? Is it sort of like a thing where they continue the friendship / love?
Yes.
Some
thunder.
That they established in Ragnarok. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? That's the first time I've seen the that logo. That's brilliant.
Whoa, love and
Thor,
thunder.
love and thunder.
Are you thunder and I'm
Because
That's right.
there's nothing more powerful in the world than love
and thunder.
And the combination. I dropped this microphone, but it's too expensive.
So, Chris, where are we seeing Thor headed in this film? Because he was hurting a little bit at the last one.
He's headed to 7-Eleven. He's got a little Netflix subscription, and he may be on the couch, but who knows? You know, I think Tiger's got something pretty.
Who knows? Only I do, because
special.
they haven't read the script.
Because I've never seen the script. They just refused to show it to us.
Yeah.
That makes my next question to Tessa a little awkward, since I don't know if you would know, but day one as King of Asgard, what would Valkyrie first change in New Asgard?
I think, first of all, as new king, she needs to find her queen. So that'll be her first order of business. She has some ideas. Keep you posted. And then, I don't know, what's cool about Asgard, as it has already been mentioned, that Asgard is not a place, but a people. So I think just reinvesting in her people, and a cool thing is to create refuge for any person that might need it. That, to me, is the idea of a perfect Asgard. The kind of kingdom she'd want to rule over, so that's, I think, what she'll do. And then hopefully she'll hang out with Love and Thunder, which he is both to me.
Create love and thunder.
The love I feel for him gives me thunder.
Yeah.
All over. Hi, Elsa, that's his wife.
The thunder I feel.
So Taika, I know you love the comics. Is there any other particular storyline that you've pulled from?
Yes. So there is, when we were shooting Ragnarok, I was reading one storyline by Jason Aaron called The Mighty Thor. And for those of you who know that storyline, it's incredible. It's full of emotion and love and thunder, and it introduces, for the first time, female Thor. So, for us, there's only one person who could play that role. Only one. And she's here.
Oh my God.
I'm going to introduce her to you now. Please, welcome to the stage, Natalie Portman.
In the MCU, but this time holding the hammer.
Feels pretty good. I've always had a little hammer envy. So.
I got plenty of hammer envy as well. Captain America, there yourself, it's great. It doesn't feel so expensive. It was really sad. I'm gonna get back to Netflix. It's cool, guys. I'll be at 7-Eleven.
First of all, awesome announcement. Super excited to see Jane as Thor. Thank you guys so much for coming up on stage and sharing all that.
Thank you guys. Can't wait for you to see it.
Thank you. All right, guys, give a big round
it is. We've come to the end of this timeline. But there is one right there at the beginning. In fact, the one that's out next on May 1st, 2020. Overnight and got here this morning. Say hello to the director, Kate Shortland. And meet the cast as Alexei, David Harbour. As Yelena Belova, Florence Pugh. Playing Mason, O.T. Fat Bentley. As Melina, Academy Award winner Rachel Weisz. And of course, the Black Widow herself, Scarlett Johansson.
Really quick, Kate, will we finally be able to dive into Natasha Romanoff's past and what made her ledger red in the first place?
Yeah, I think that's what drew me to the story is she has so many secrets and she's got so much vulnerability, and I think that's what makes her such a great heroine. And I think in this film we get to understand her past, and she gets to put all the pieces of herself back together and come out a whole person. And I think we're all excited about helping her on that journey.
Fantastic. Scarlett, you've played Natasha through 7 films over the last 10 years. What are you excited for fans to discover about Natasha this go around?
Hello.
I don't think I could have played this iteration of Natasha 10 years ago. It would have been a very different film. And, I get to play Natasha as a fully realized woman, and in all of her many facets. I'm excited for fans to see the flawed side of her, what she perceives to be the flawed side of her. And I'm looking to wipe out some of that red in my ledger, so you guys will be seeing a lot of that. Or at least make a mark anyway.
David, you've got a lot of fans from Stranger Things.
Wait a minute. Come on, settle down. We're at the Marvel panel. Please don't give me my day job away.
So you've been hitting Comic-Con pretty hard. What are you excited to expand your fan base now that you've joined the MCU?
Who writes these questions? That is the dumbest question of. Am I excited to expand my fan base in the Marvel universe? Hell yes! I love these movies. Look at this. This guy.
Is he your favorite? Captain America, your favorite?
Oh, I have complicated feelings about this man. You'll come to understand that later.
Florence, can you tell us a little bit about Yelena?
It is working. Yeah, I'm playing Yelena, sister figure to Natasha. This is my first Comic-Con, and it's totally nuts to be here. With these people, with this film, I can't even see the back of the room, which is nuts. I'm so excited to be a part of this family and our film and the MC universe. And I guess you'll have to watch the film to figure out the next bit, but yeah.
Awesome, well thanks for joining us. I had no idea it was your first Comic-Con.
It's my first!
That's great. OT, your character is a contact from Black Widow's past, even before she was working with S.H.I.E.L.D. So can you tell us a little bit more about that relationship?
Yeah, sure. This is actually my first Comic-Con
Oh my
as
God!
well.
Also, congratulations!
You guys are amazing. This is a little overwhelming, but I'm fine. I think they ostensibly have like a professional relationship. He's like a fixer, but there's a kind of like romantic undercurrent.
well, I mean, at least I'm kind of into her, but it's tough to kind of make a relationship work when the lady you're into is, an international killer. Kind of makes it tough. So, yeah.
Wait a minute, you have romantic feelings about me?
Oh, God, I mean, not in front of everybody.
Oh, now.
Okay, I've got something to say.
Your character.
Yeah, my character. My character has romantic feelings.
And Rachel, what attracted you to do a film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Were you able to hear me? I don't know.
No, not quite. This is my first Comic-Con too. I come here as a visitor about 10 years ago, but it's my first time here up in this incredible room with these, is it thousands? I think thousands, right? People.
That's awesome. Well, so
what was your question?
It
Sorry.
was what attracted you to do a film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, what is more exciting than the mythology of the Marvel Universe? There is nothing more exciting and escapist and interesting, but also they've really put at the forefront strong, powerful female characters. And Kate Shortland, our director, and working alongside Scarlett and Florence, two incredibly powerful female characters, and Melina, my character too, is a pretty tough chick. And these other wonderful female characters. David and Noti are awesome too. I love men as well as women.
Fantastic. So Scarlett, I know that you guys just started shooting. It is Comic-Con, however, so did you bring anything else for Hall H?
Oh my God, well, I mean, we've only been shooting for 30 days, but of course we brought something. Something to show you all. Don't be judgy.
They came down there with you to watch it for the first time.
So I've got 3 things I want to say. 1, very excited to see more of Natasha's backstory. 2, that fight scene was brutal and I absolutely loved it. And 3, I'm digging those hats.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
This old thing?
That little thing. I don't suppose you might have brought 7,000 extras.
Of course we did.
Here they come.
All right. Guys, everybody stay in your seats. We're having people come down the aisles to pass them out. As soon as you get one, please make sure and put it on because we are going to take a group photo. Together. This is super cool. I just want to make sure that everybody, at least in the first couple of rows, get their hats before we start setting up for the picture. Again, reminder, please stay in your seats. We definitely have people coming by to pass these out.
Should we bring back out everybody?
We absolutely should bring back out everybody. Let's bring out the cast and director of Thor, Love and Thunder. Hawkeye himself, Jeremy Renner. Jeffrey Wright from What If.
Take one and pass it down.
Cast and filmmakers from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Loki's Tom Hiddleston.
What number?
Cast from Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. The cast from WandaVision, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and the cast of the Eternals. We have everybody? All right. Okay, I think we had everybody in. Okay, I think we have everybody on stage. So if you guys want to turn around to face the photographer, also be careful you don't fall off the back of the stage. He's over here behind me. People, yep, good idea. People in the crowd, stand up now if you've got your hat so that you're in the background. Yes, that looks awesome. It's like school photo day. Good? I can't see, so you tell me when you're done. Sight.
everybody. Look at this. So this is phase 4. This is phase 4, thank you. Now, there's a lot of other stuff we didn't get a chance to talk about today. We didn't even mention that we're making Black Panther 2. Didn't come up. We didn't mention the fact that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is coming. We didn't have time to talk about Captain Marvel 2. I didn't even have time to talk about the Fantastic Four.